The new moon in Gemini is about communication. It's a new time to create new ways of communicating with yourself, with other people, with sharing your ideas, with being who we really are, with expressing ourselves out into the world and making our own statement and standing there. This is what I believe and this is who I am and this is what I want. With love, with self-love and courage and being in our truth. And the Spirit says, how often do we lie to ourselves and others out of fear? We're all magnificent. We all have our own special gifts to share with the world and offer ourselves up and receive in return. Yesterday I had a session with a young lady. And she said, well, I don't know. I don't have any talents. I don't have any creativity, she said. So if we have a question about who we are supposed to be and what is our purpose in life, what will bring me happiness, and where's my greatest fulfillment, and I don't need to run this illusionary program to please somebody else. What do I want for me, and who am I really? How can I allow myself enough money for what I want? How can I feel creative and expressed and feel good about myself, the third chakra, and love? Just simply love. The Spirit says this new moon in Gemini is like, how do we communicate to ourselves, number one? We have these parts of us. 7 chakras, you know, they all have programs. There's 7 personalities in everybody. Everyone has these different energies that have a specific focus and a personality. We all do. We have this one in our head, and we have this energy over here, and we feel this at our 3rd chakra. We can actually feel that. If it's really bad energy, if it's very negative, we're going to have a physical pain. The body's like, the chakra's like, okay, I'm off base over here. And first it's a little pain. And then it's a bigger one. And then it's a bigger one until we address what's behind it. How do we communicate to ourselves, to, you know, how often we, and Blanche knows better, and the old habits of communicating and self-whipping and judging and criticizing, and this is bad and this is wrong and I need to do this better, and all these kinds of thoughts. Rarely do we say, I'm beautiful, I'm perfect, I did that good, I'm proud of myself, I love my life, I'm grateful for what's here, am I blessed that I have these things in my life, am I blessed that I have these people here? How little we say to those we love, I love you and I approve of this and I think this is so good about you and I'm so glad that you are who you are. We're there trying to fix them or change them. Or make them be the vision of who we think they should be instead of honoring who they want themselves to be. We're all free. We're all free to create ourselves exactly as we want to be. And yet, quote, groups of people come together as if they're the ones who decide what you should or shouldn't think, or what you should do or not do, or what's good or not good. And then guilt trip you out because you're not recycling. Well, I don't feel like it. That's right for you. You can choose anything you want, but I'm free to choose as long as I'm not stepping on your toes. And if someone's stepping on your toes, you have the freedom to walk away. Well, I don't like this stepping on my toes anymore. Thank you very much. I'm going to find a new playmate. Goodbye. We don't have to take it. If we're one who doesn't feel good being criticized. But there are those of us who've grown up in households where the communication style was criticism, and so that feels like love to us. The Spirit says this new moon in Gemini is really a great time to look at, how do I communicate to myself? How do I communicate to others? How do I express myself in the world? Do I express myself as one who doesn't feel good enough? Or do I express myself as one who is proud of my talents and proud of who I am and proud to share what I have with the world and expecting good results? You wonder why that one over there has what you want that you don't have? That's what they're doing. You can do it too. You can do it too. And as we see someone that's being who we want to be, instead of being jealous, we can admire them and be inspired by them and ask the cosmos, wow, I want to know how they did that. How do you do that? That's an asking to your angels, and they will give you an answer. We always get the answer. It is so cool when we ask and just let it go and go on our merry way, and the answer shows up. I got my solution. Human beings are creators. We're the initiators. We're the askers. The angels show us how and when. Wow, I see that one taking that trip. Wow. I'll never get to go there. That's what stops it. Well, you're telling your own chakra system that has the power of creation right there that you can't do it. Well, then you can't. Simple, right? Well, I want to believe that's possible for me. That's a good thought. If I want to be that, if I'm inspired by that, I want to believe that's possible for me. And what's the next step? I want to know how. You hand it over and forget about it. You communicate that to your angels. You say, I want this answer to come to me. I want it to come. I want to be better at this. Being grateful and happy for what we have and not guilty because somebody else doesn't have it. They have their own chakra system. Truly, when you get that, each one of us has the power of God. We are creators. We have the power of everything we want in our own program center. What do I want now? Am I still trying to make up for the fact that I didn't feel pretty when I was 5? Think about it. Or I'm still trying to make up for the fact that I didn't feel loved by Dad because he did A, B, C, and D. So I'm not able to receive the love of a magnificent man who shows up in my life now, and I'm blaming him for not loving me. Let me do this. Destroy the good relationship that's here because their little girl thinks he's dead. Who am I? What do I want now? Yesterday isn't real, Spirit says. Today is all we have. What do I want now? Even if it's something in the future. What do I want now? We can imagine ourselves being that. Giving ourselves positive encouragement. And being who we are now, loving who we are now, appreciating what we have now. Feeling good. How can I feel good now? How can I communicate to myself that I'm blessed? And I want more. And I want more.